Well, one of the ways that COVID-19 is impacting this year's elections is by the cancellation, or I should say the postponement of primaries. And that is something that traditionally doesn't happen. If we think towards the end of primary season, assuming we won't be allowed to gather in large numbers, the DNC won't be able to hold its usual convention, and we'll have to figure out how to do that using alternative means. So until legislative and authoritative bodies basically provide states and local jurisdictions with what their options are with respect to how we're going to go forward with respect to elections this summer and leading into November, I feel like it's very much still up in the air. There's a lot of ideas being tossed about, one being that we shift to all mail elections where voters submit their ballots through the Postal Service, but all jurisdictions don't necessarily have the resources to facilitate that process. My general sense is that we are going to vote in November. All the discussions around the November 2020 election have been about how to facilitate the election based on the constraints that will present themselves in light of COVID-19. It's also worth noting that we have held elections in the United States in the midst of the Civil War. And so from Congress to local election officials, what I am reading, the conversations I have had have all been about ways to mitigate the consequences of COVID 2019 and still facilitate an election that Americans can trust in November.